Alright, y'all, check it out. We got us some frozen smash burgers with Nathan's onion rings and great value seasoned fries. I got American cheese, pepper jack, and Swiss on each. I am very hungry. I've never tried these onion rings before. I was told about this. They taste damn good. I thought I had some zesty sauce, but I don't. But I still got one of these Church's signature hot sauces, so I'm just gonna see what that's hitting on. And the burgers have grilled onions, barbecue sauce, and mayo on them. All right. I don't know which one to start with first. Oh. Woo. I don't even know where to begin. Let's see. Look at that. This is what I like to call a grown man burger. It's gonna be messy. So I apologize in advance. Mm. Now I forgot to pay attention to the brand of the hamburger buns, but I got this in the frozen section in uh, Dollar General. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Hold up. Shout out to my girl Rockwell Walk. She had their homemade burgers the other day, and she had onion rings, and her presentations are always on point. Cause you know me, I do burgers and stuff. I just put it straight on the board. I don't have it on no plate. But I was trying to make it pretty and presentable like her, but nah. For the people who don't like frozen meals or whatever, I feel bad for y'all. You're missing out on some good food. We're not talking about the quality in terms of, you know, what's in it and all that other kind of stuff. I need y'all to understand this is not the channel for that kind of stuff. Because if I'm being honest, I can care less. Now, I'm not saying that you can't care about your body and the stuff you eat and all that other kind of stuff. By all means, I encourage it. I'm just saying, don't come over here and try to ruin everybody else's good time if we choose to indulge in this kind of stuff. Now, I would say eating 2 triple cheeseburgers is diabolical. It is. But it's so delicious and satisfying at the same time. What I should have did was I should have made 3 burgers instead of 2. And that way it would have been 3 double cheeseburgers instead of 2 triple cheese. Because even though these were smash burgers, they was frozen smash burgers. So they're not as thin as you would get if it was cooked fresh, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you do a smash burger and it's really, really smashed and really thin, and you do a triple, that could work. That might be the best ratio for that. But for patties this thick or even thicker, triples is just too much. And I love hamburgers. If pizza didn't exist and wasn't so good, hamburgers would remain my favorite food. But it's always kind of switching between those two. So just going a little quick rant real quick. The job is starting to get out of hand. I understand that the points serve a purpose. We all understand that. Anybody who works at Walmart or companies that have a point system. But when you think about how a lot of firings could be avoided if, you know, the management stuff could like try to give us more leeway. Because sometimes some people get points off stuff that's out of their control and they still do those points until they're at 5 or a little bit more. And just so now they're on a chopping block list. And people get fired. People you never would have thought would get fired. Fired. And our team took a big hit because we lost 2 people. One of them, which was, you know, a solid worker in my opinion. She might have had a temper with rude customers and things like that, but she'll work, you know. And she had 2 jobs too. I felt like she could have been saved. But it seems how they don't know how to properly like fire people, you know. Even more so than points is work ethic. you know, how reliable they are, how consistent they are, you know. We got a lot of busters that work at Walmart and a lot of crybabies. And I feel like if a lot of people was more on the team player mentality and don't worry about the next man, just do my job and go home, a lot more stuff can get done. People could be hypocrites and cry about stuff when it's never a problem, when it's on a benefit side for them. Be the loudest people in the store. But the minute they can't talk or they feel like, oh, the pressure's on them, now they gotta cry about it. So there'll be a lot of times where I'll be really ranting when I'm recording, and like yesterday's video, I actually did a good little rant about stuff from the previous day, and I decided not to leave it in. That's why the video had a lot of cuts and stuff. It seemed like, it was like big skips and stuff, because a lot of that was me ranting and stuff, and I just decided to not keep it in the video. But I still feel like it's at least good to still rant when I'm recording, even if I don't decide to leave it in the finished video in the end. Sometimes I just say F it and I'll leave it in there. But it's just annoying. I'm sure a lot of people, who's watching this video can relate. There's only so much you can do when you gotta work with other people. There's a very small select few of people I could say that I would definitely be willing to work with 100% that work at Walmart. Cause I don't like people who complain about people working and having fun when that's literally all they do every day they work. So it's not an issue when we have to work on grocery side and do all that freight, left from overnight or whatever the case may be. And we just working like dogs and y'all walking around, laughing, talking, playing, having a good time, whatever the case may be. But then the minute y'all got to come on our side and kind of do some of our stuff and we, kind of whatever, then it's an issue. Like, can't stand crybabies, bro. Hypocritical crybabies is the worst. All right, hold up. I'll take those two patties off. I was watching a video from a mukbanger a couple of days ago. He's a much bigger channel. He's got like his subscribers in like the hundreds of thousands, I believe, or the millions. This is one of them. I can't remember. But he goes ham with the mukbangs. He had a mukbang video I watched where he had like 6 like cheeseburgers, but it was just the patties, and he had like sausage and some other stuff, and he was just eating them. And it was just kind of funny how he was eating the burgers, the patties with the cheese with no meat and stuff. But it was still an entertaining video to watch. And I've done that before too, but like just seeing somebody actually make a video and that's how they're choosing to eat their hamburgers was just kind of funny. I'm about to say Vartan Fresh, but I don't think it was him. It was I think his name ASMR Bro or something like that. Much easier to eat now. Mm. You know, the moment when I talk to some of my subscribers, and I'm reminded that not only do they not live in the same like state or city as me, they don't even live in the same country. Like that's that's surreal, you know. You can have people from different countries and stuff supporting you and stuff. It's amazing. It really is. Because I never wanted to be somebody who, oh, you just got a name for yourself in your own area and that's about it, you know, and maybe you expand a little bit, you know. Like obviously my local awareness, I guess you could say, is very little. And obviously I don't do enough local stuff, like local spots you know, that's unique to us to where I could probably draw more of those people around here in. And I definitely want to do that in the future. But at the same time, being able to connect with people from different countries or different states, you know, cities or whatnot, you know, that's awesome. Because I'm in Louisiana. People saying, oh, I'm from Chicago. I'm from Detroit, you know, Missouri, you know, Milwaukee, California, Florida. It was all awesome. I just know I truly love y'all. I really do. I gotta say, not the best frozen burgers I've ever eaten, but they weren't. They were far from trash. They were really good. I would get them again. I just wouldn't do triple burgers. I do singles or doubles. But like I said, it was really good, really delicious. The Nathan's onion rings. I'm glad I bought them and tried them. I saved the rest for my mom to eat them because she loved onion rings more than me. But I enjoyed this. It was a really good meal. Um, Barbecue sauce mayo is the way to go for me when it comes to burgers. I had to keep it more simple. But yeah, man, I love and appreciate all y'all, and I'm so thankful for all y'all who stick by me, you know, and decide y'all gonna watch me and rock with me, you know, regardless of what video I post, what I'm eating or whatever. I really appreciate that, you know. So with that being said, it's gonna be it for this video. I love you and appreciate y'all, and until next time, peace out.